Got one, guys. On the tiny glide. Got him. Wow. Look at that. That is such a pretty bass. Got another one, guys. That one might be better. Dude, that's kind of a big fish. This little pool is loaded. Got one, guys. On the tiny glide. It's a nice creek bass too. Look at this clear water. That is so sick. Look at that. That is such a pretty bass. Got him. Wow. Y'all, I'm down here in another urban creek. Just caught this beautiful clear water bass on the custom painted green sunfish era tiny glide. That didn't take long either. This is one of the first deep pools that I've waded up on here, and I already got one nice bass. Throwing that tiny glide on 6-pound Sunline, my Dobbins 701C Sierra, and an Art Gravity BFS. Let's let him go. That's so cool. I mean, look at this water quality, guys. It is honestly pristine. There's litter everywhere, don't get me wrong. We're in the city. You can see like houses and apartments there and stuff, but the water's still really clear. This is a chest waders mission, guys, and we're gonna see if we can catch a few fish here before it gets dark. I just got started. It's 3 p.m. It's a warmer afternoon finally, so hopefully we can get on a few fish. Oh, guys, got something. Got something else. Oh, sweet. Little bluegill. Got a little bluegill on the tiny glide now. We're just gonna try to put our heads down and cover some water now. I'm not sure how many more times I'm gonna turn the camera around, guys, just because I wanna try to get through as much of this section as I can, because I've never fished here before and I want to see what's all in here. Right there, guys, we have a beautiful bluegill out of this urban creek. It's so cool that these fish are in here. Water's still very cold, guys, don't get me wrong, but this is the first warm afternoon that we've had in several weeks in terms of temperature ambient, which is about in the upper 50s, so I'm taking advantage. Guys, so lots of very shallow, hard, rocky bottoms here. Looks like we might be coming up into a deeper pool here soon though. But so far, this stretch of creek has been pretty dang shallow, but I see what looks to be some deeper water coming up. Hopefully there'll be some fish in this next pool. Guys, got one. That bass picked it up. I kind of overspooled when I cast and this bass picked the glide bait up off the bottom. This is awesome. That's another nice one, man. Heck yeah. He must have ate it as it was sinking. Oh, God. Got him. Look at that. Got a little belly on him. Glide bait hanging out of his mouth. Why not, guys? Why not? This is so much fun. Look at that. He has the tail of a sunfish coming out of his gullet right there. I would imagine it's about the size as this one right here. There's bass number 2 on the green sunfish tiny glide, y'all. Let's let him go back to eating. We interrupted his dinner. Dude, I got one. No way. Caught a bass. That was so weird. Thought I was like snagged on some moss or something. Caught another little bass, guys, on the microbladed Kooshball. I had to switch because I needed to cast further and I had to cast into the wind. So went to what else has been working this winter. That little bladed Kooshball, and I actually have a little Megabass Hasdong on there for the trailer tonight, guys. We're losing daylight fast, and we're also kind of not really in a sketchy area, but it appears that there are a lot of transient folks who have pooled in this area, and I'd rather not be walking around here when it gets dark, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, guys. We'll see how it goes. All right, we're gonna push the abort button and we're gonna try to make it all the way back, guys. We've got about a 1.5 mile walk, maybe an hour of daylight, and do have some water in my left leg of my wader. So I'm gonna definitely keep the camera on as we come underneath of some of these bridges, because there are a couple of semi-permanent residences that hopefully will not be hostile the second time I come back through. They were not the first time, so hopefully they won't be the second time either. All right, guys, this is the area I was talking about. I'm just gonna try to walk pretty fast through here, keep my head down, mind my business. That's a really, really big shelfie right there, guys. And there's a few more coming over here. What's that? Yeah, I caught a couple bass down there. Yeah. It's really clear. It's kind of settled out. The water's real clear. It looks good. Have a good evening, man. Whoa. Guys, look at all the, oh, I just spooked them all, but there's a ton of little bluegill right here. That looks awesome. There's runoff water coming in right here. They're eating the algae and the bugs that come over right here. And you know, guys, I really shouldn't be, you know, so quick to condemn, you know, just because there's folks living under a bridge that they might be not so friendly, because that second guy that I just, you know, came into contact with under there, he just was wondering, you know, did I catch anything? And I was like, yeah, I caught a couple of bass, and he thought that was pretty cool. So sometimes you got to try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but a lot of times the few will ruin it for the many. But by and large, most of the homeless folks that I've met fishing, you know, in the really urban spots in Fort Worth where I fish, have been very friendly and always had a good conversation with me and haven't ever given me a hard time. So I guess it's just best to say maybe be aware Try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but always be aware more than anything. But we still got a long ways to walk back, and we're losing light quickly. So I'm not even sure we're gonna be able to make it back before the sun goes down, guys. Got one, guys. Another nice bass. Holy cow, on the Kooshball. Look at that thing. That's bigger than the first one. That's so cool. He's fighting so hard. Got it. Yes, sir. Gorgeous, gorgeous creek bass as the sun's going down there. Y'all, I've said it a lot this month, but these creek trips that I've been taking are just my kind of fishing. So much fun taking one rod, one reel, a few baits in a fanny pack, and then just going out and exploring new water that you've never fished and seeing what lives there. We were able to get one more nice creek bass on that microbladed Kooshball and the Hasdong shad before the sun went down. Back to the creek he goes. Got another one, guys. That's so sick. I saw this little guy following it the cast before. Man, we're able to get a couple more before sunset. Just working that little Hasdong shad on that bladed Kooshball, pulsing it up and down. Very gentle, slow retrieve when I do start it up, and they're blasting it. Got another one, guys. That one might be better. Dude, that's kind of a big fish. No way. Look at that one. This little pool is loaded. Look at that thing. That is a nice fish for a creek, guys. Insane. Bladed Kooshball. Y'all, I am having a blast this evening catching these fish on my little BFS gear. Bladed jig has been doing it for me. Nice little creek chunk there. Here he goes. Like I said, y'all, I had an absolute blast on that one. Did all of my damage on the little HH Custom microbladed Kooshball and the Era Tiny Glide right there. Was able to catch a few pretty dang good sized creek bass, guys, and that was a small creek. Had never been there before. Wasn't any more than waist deep in areas, and for the most part it was about mid-thigh to knee deep, so like less than 2 feet the whole way through, but still some bass holding in those pools in the dead of winter. Also gives me a great opportunity to announce to y'all that I now have a promo code with Arc Fishing. So if y'all want 10% off your orders on arcrods.com, their actual website, so you can get your hands on a discounted Arc Gravity, you can now use my discount code CB10, and I'll leave that linked in the description above and probably in the pinned comment below. And guys, honestly, I reached out to them because over the last year and change that I've been throwing these Arc Gravities, I've come to realize just how much bang for your buck you get with these at that $149 price point. And now with my 10% off, you can get them for 130 bucks. It's just hard to beat, man. They cast stuff so far. They do so well with the light baits, and casting little tiny glides around is not easy to do. And I was even able to, if I kept it low, cast it into the wind, which is not easy to do with these little glide baits because they knuckleball and they'll backlash you like crazy, which did happen to me one time because I let it get away from me and cast it a little higher. But by and large, if I'm gonna throw my tiny glides and stuff 1/16 of an ounce or so, the Art Gravity is what I'm going with, and it just bombs stuff, guys. Drag is really good. If you want a chance to get a discount on these Art Gravities or any of their cool hard baits or any of their conventional gear that they sell, use my code CB10. They also will be coming out with a BFS rod sometime in the spring, guys, and I'm really looking forward to that. Probably will be around March or something. But also, if you're looking for another way to help support the channel, guys, I didn't tell you, but I've probably got about 20 pounds of water in my left leg of my waders. I've got a hole from a locust tree on my thigh, and I stepped on a locust thorn and it went all the way through my boot and hit my foot the last trip that I went out to a creek. And I shouldn't have even went. It was like iced over on the edges. I only had an hour or two to fish. Shouldn't have went. But you know, you just never know until you know. And what I found out was I ruined my waders. So if you're looking for a way to support the channel and help me recover some of my losses, also a great way to do it is buying one of my small baits and big fish fish rulers, which gets you reoccurring eligibility in all future BFS Big Bass challenges, guys. But if you want any of that merch or a fish ruler, all you need to do is just contact me at my Gmail account, which I leave in the pinned comment below as well. But apart from all that, guys, I enjoyed the heck out of this one, and if y'all did too, please leave a like for me. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Help me hit 3,000 subs soon, guys, because I'll be doing a big BFS hard bait giveaway at that time. Always feel free to talk with me in the comments below, guys. Please help me grow my channel and share this with a finesse loving friend. But other than that, y'all take her easy, and we'll catch you on the next one. Got one, guys. Another nice bass. Holy cow, on the Kooshball. Look at that thing. That's bigger than the first one. That's so cool.